Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Snake Peter back with a brand new video. Today, guys, I'm going to be talking about the best way to learn new advanced look control settings. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and please subscribe your notifications on. That way you never miss an upload. We're trying to push towards 1K subs before the end of the year, so any support really does help. Little bit behind the target at the moment, so if you do enjoy the video, do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing because it really does help. Apart from that, let's jump into this. So basically the other day I changed my advanced look control settings and I was like, right, I need to start learning this new settings. Okay, now if you are brand new to advanced look controls, I will leave a link in the description to my advanced look control settings for beginners if you need help learning how to do advanced look controls and what is the best settings if you are brand new to it. But basically, I have now made my controls even faster and whatnot because I needed to step it up. I needed to make them better. Okay, so I probably will make a video on like these settings at some point, like intermediate level advanced look controls, just for people that think they're better than advanced and they want help learning this new sensitivity. So basically what you want to do is get yourself into firing range. Okay, now I'm going to give you some advice before we actually start the steps. Okay, the best time to learn a new advanced look controls, okay, is, or any sensitivity in general, is when you have had a break. Okay, so if you have not played for a couple of days, that is the best time for you to learn a new sensitivity. It is better for you to do it that way because your muscle memory is not familiar with your old sensitivity. You haven't played for a while. You're a little bit rusty. Okay, if you were, for example, to have a 2-hour gaming session and then you were like, I'm going to go change my advanced look controls now, you are going to struggle to learn those new sensitivities because your body, your hands are used to the old sensitivity. So it's going to take you even longer to change and adapt to that new sensitivity. So highly recommend you do it after you've had a couple days break. Okay, if you're not, you can do it like after a gaming session. There's no harm in that, but it is going to take slightly longer, so prepare to be a little bit rubbish for a little bit longer. Okay, but let's get into it. So basically the first thing I need you to do is get into firing range, get yourself a gun and start practicing shooting these small targets. Now it doesn't actually matter what target you shoot at. What I want you to do is just get yourself in here and start lasering targets. Okay, now, the idea is keep yourself moving around and whatnot, so as if you're in a game combat situation, so you're getting used to that sense. It is going to take a while for you to get used to the sensitivity, but the best thing for you to do is just keep moving, keep drilling targets. Keep moving, keep drilling targets. Get a bit of hip fire in there as well if you want to get used to your hip fire. Perfect. Okay, make sure you're practicing from different distances as well. Don't just shoot from the same spot. Okay, being stood still in one spot is not going to make you any better. Okay, of course use different weapons as well. I mean, always swap around because different recoil patterns on different guns. So Volt, for example, is going to be slightly different to the R9 in that. So get used to that. Of course, use these big targets as well and whatnot.
Listen, let's move here.
Okay, as I say, use the hip fire as well. Just get a proper feel for that sensitivity. Now, I recommend you spend roughly about 20-30 minutes in the firing range just getting used to the new sense. You can spend a little bit less if you feel a little more confident, but I reckon around about 20-30 minutes just shooting targets, just getting moving. Don't even think about it too much. Just let your muscle memory adapt to it. So that's the first step. Now, the next step is what we're going to go on to now. So the second step, what we're going to do is we're going to go and set up the targets. Now, if you don't know what I'm basically going to go do, I'm going to make the targets move.
Go here.
Now, this will now start me getting used to shooting a moving target, someone that's shooting at me. Very different to just shooting still targets. Okay, so we're just going to put ourselves onto Pathfinder, zip myself up here. Now all you need to do from this position, quickly drop your guns, crouch, change legend. You'll hear that clonking noise. Okay, that is you all set up, raring to go. Now what we're going to do, bring ourselves down. Okay, now as you can see, targets are moving.
This way.
So, we're going to get ourselves down, go get ourselves some guns. The targets are never normally very nice. They normally shoot you even when you're just grabbing your stuff. So we're going to try and avoid getting killed, because they're not the nicest people in the world. Okay, once you've got all your stuff, start drilling those targets again. Get yourself moving around, getting used to hitting different targets in different positions. See, like that? Could have been better. So I now put over the next time, I need to shoot better. But it's always getting you moving. If you start to die, just grab a fresh shield, so you're raring to go again. Move that right analog stick around a lot. Get used to it. Okay, you'll definitely find with the advanced look controls, the longer range shots are definitely more difficult than the close range. Okay, because you don't have to do too much of your sensitivity. If you're waiting for them to spawn, start shooting the target. Get yourself, just keep moving, keep shooting. Okay, we're not trying to have a break here. We're trying to feel like we're in a quick combat situation. Perfect. Okay, so that is step number 3. Next up, 1v1s. So the next step is 1v1s. Now, this is a step that I know some people will not be able to do, you know. Okay, not everybody has friends that they can 1v1 with, and that is completely okay. But I'm just throwing out this option if you do have a friend that you can 1v1. This is a very crucial training, okay? This is very crucial for you learning that new sensitivity. Get your friend, get yourself in firing range, and do a 1v1 with each other, okay? Keep 1v1ing each other, because this is the next step of the next thing we're going to get to, the closest thing to a combat situation. Of course, we've shot moving targets, but we know for a fact those targets cannot move very well. This is going to be the tester to make sure that we are learning the sensitivity as best as we possibly can before we get into a combat situation. Get yourself moving, use different gun types and whatnot, and just keep 1v1ing each other. Get as many shots down as possible, get used to moving those sticks, and just get used to locking in on that person, understanding the recoil pattern that you've now got and whatnot, and get going, man. The more you practice, the easier it's going to get, and these 1v1s really do help you. So yeah, that's step number 3. And the last and final step is pubs. Jump yourself into pubs. Now, it doesn't matter which one you want to do. You can do duos, you can do trios, okay? I need you just to get yourself into pubs, okay? And start playing. Now, don't put yourself straight into ranked, because when you play ranked, you don't always, you know, you get third-partied a lot and whatnot. You're going to get yourself into a lot of situations where you might end up, say, you're not seeing anyone for a long time, not shooting anyone. I want you to drop hot. Okay, drop as hot as you possibly can and get yourself into fights. Now, I know some people be like, it's going to ruin my KD. I hate dying. You're going to have to learn to deal with that, okay? End of the day, KD does not mean you are a good player or a bad player, okay? End of the day, it's all about performance. People have to learn new sensitivities. There's only so much you can do in firing range and 1v1s. I need you to drop hot and start getting kills. Just start beaming people, okay? Because yes, 1v1ing your mate is going to be useful and whatnot, but now I need you in a situation where you're having to loot, you're having to, you know, fight somebody, armor swap, things like that. I want you to try your very best to keep moving, keep shooting, and just get used to it as best as you possibly can, okay? That is pretty much everything. Those are the 4 steps, okay? So you've got the firing range, then you've got the moving targets, you've got 1v1, and then you've got pubs. That is the best way to do it. Honestly, guys, you will learn your sensitivity a lot quicker and be literally lasering people if you keep practicing like that. Do not rush these steps. Do not just sit in the firing range for 5 minutes and then go straight to the next step, okay? Because you might be thinking I'm absolutely doing great and whatnot, but, you know, sensitivity, learning things, muscle memory takes a long time. It's not something that you can just learn in a matter of seconds, okay? It does take time to adapt to it. So yeah, make sure you're patient. Be positive. Don't just go, I'm going to change my sensitivity back, because it's just going to take you even longer to learn something new. Just be positive and you'll get there in the end. If at some point you've changed your sensitivity and say, actually, I feel like I'm turning left and right too quickly without ADS, just change your yawn speed a little bit lower. You know, there's ways you can just change it. This is the good thing about advanced look control. You can change things that you feel are not right. So just change it slightly, adapt it to how you feel works best for you. But yeah, that is everything. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and please subscribe your notifications on. That way you never miss an upload. I'm going to dip, I'm going to shut up, and I'll see you all in the next one.